we are now going to define complex numbers. And complex numbers are used in cases where we need a real number and an imaginary number. And so we're going to have to start with an imaginary number. And an imaginary number is a number that comes because of the following. When we have x squared equals minus 1, we know that this is not a real number. There's no real number that when we square it gives us negative 1. So that's where the imaginary number comes in. We define a new number I such that I squared is negative 1. So I is called the imaginary number, and by itself I equals the square root of negative 1. And so by using this, we can define a whole new number system called the complex numbers. You'll notice over here on this side, these are our real numbers that we're used to seeing. Well, our imaginary numbers are similar to our real numbers, except that we add the I to it. So any number that has an I is an imaginary number. The other really important thing to know about complex numbers is that a complex number is a real number plus an imaginary number. And so this gives us the standard form of A plus BI. And it's really, really, really important when dealing with imaginary numbers that we always write them, and complex numbers rather, that we always write them in standard form. The real first and the imaginary second, even if we're given the imaginary first in a given problem.